Today we have the Skaven taking on the Lizardmen in this 750 point Battle March game. And today playing the Lizardmen, we have Jess back on the channel. Jess, welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
And today we have a battle in Lustria between the clan Pestilens and the Lizardmen. And yeah, are you excited to throw down?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into it. Let's take a look at the Lizardmen army.
So over here I've got 12 skink skirmishers with javelins, hand weapons, and shield. They are vanguard, and I have a champion. Then I've got 10 temple guard. I'm going to use halberds. They've got heavy armor. I've got a full command with the razor standard. Then I've got 3 Croxigors there on the hill with great weapons and a champion. And then I've got a skink priest, level 2 wizard. They are carrying the staff of the sun, and they know the apotheosis and wind blast. And lastly, I've got 11 Saurus warriors with full command.
And that's going to be 750 points of Lizardmen. And now on to the Skaven. Starting on this side, we have 20 clan rats with full command, hand weapon, shield, light armor. We have 3 rat swarms. And on the hill, we have 10 storm vermin with shields, halberds, heavy armor. And inside of that unit, we do have a Skaven chieftain. He is going to be the general and equipped with heavy armor, shield, and the Weeping Blade. Weeping Blade will give D3 multiple wounds, poison attacks, -2 AP. Also, full command in the Storm Vermin unit. Right beside them, we have 15 Plague Monks with additional hand weapons and full command. And finally, we have our Plague Priest right next to them, who does have the Earthing Rod, 1 Warpstone token, and also for spells has the Vortex Chaos and the Summoning. That's going to be 750 points of the Skaven. Now, for the battlefield for Battle March, you play on a much smaller table size. So you play 44 inches wide by 30 inches across. So basically our boundary lines are going to be from this black line over here to the back of these templates for the hills and the forest. And then of course, this line here will be the boundary line. So if you end up passing over that, you will be off the table. Now we do have 3 objectives. The objectives here are going to be at the end, scored at the end of every single turn or player turn. If you are within 3 inches of it and you have a unit strength of at least 5 for any unit, you will get 10 victory points per. Now, also on the battlefield, we do have an arcane monolith. The arcane monolith is that whoever controls it by proximity, whoever's within 6 inches and has a unit strength of 5 or more, gains control of that. Now, how that works, or what it does for you if you control it, is that that unit will get -1 magic resistance, and also a caster will be able to re-roll a single 1 when casting their spells. All right, and that's it for the battlefield. Now, we deployed in opposed flanks. So basically, you go from the very edge of one of the table edges here, and then you go 12 inches up, and you're almost on an angle. The other side mirrors that. All right, now that we're all deployed, we had our vanguarders move up, the rats moved up there, the skinks moved up. We are ready to engage. Now, before we start the game, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps this channel push forward and gets the videos out to the masses. So let's get into it. Let's figure out who's going to be seizing the initiative. So the Skaven ended up deploying first. So that means that we will get a +1 to see who goes first. So let's see here. That's going to be, 3-3, re-roll that. 6 and 6, we're gonna roll that again. 7, so you can't possibly win this. That's gonna be Skaven, turn 1. So turn 1 for the Skaven, we don't have anything to do in the command phase. We have no hexes or enchantments. We have no command abilities, and nothing is fleeing right now. So let's go right into movement. No charge to declare because I did Vanguard, they can't charge. So we're going to go into remaining moves, and when we come back, we'll show you where the Skaven ended up. So here we are at the end of the movement phase. So basically what I did on this flank here is the clan rats ended up marching up and capturing that objective and getting really close to those, to the skinks there. I had the rat swarms. Actually, I didn't move the rat swarms at all, so they're actually just going to push up just like that because they can march. But I want to stay out of your charge range, so I don't want that to happen. Over here, the storm vermin pushed up and marched up to the second objective. They are within 3 inches, so they will cap that. And I do currently control the arcane monolith. Then over on the side here, we do have our plague monks and our plague priests moved up into position to try to threaten that objective. And we're going to be casting some spells in the shooting phase, which that's the end of the movement. So now let's go into the shooting phase. So we are going to cast the summoning from here. I did just move a little bit back just because I want to be outside of 18 inches of the skink priest there, so she has to use a fade to spell on this. So let's do that. We're going to cast into the Saurus. +1 to cast here, needing a 9 total. We got only an 8, so that doesn't go off. We're now going to go ahead and try Vortex of Chaos, 8+ to cast. We got that with a 9, so this last spell you can do a Fade Dispel. She doesn't get it, so Vortex of Chaos is going to go off. And that's where Vortex of Chaos is going to go, so if anything moves through it, it does count as difficult terrain, and also D6 +1, strength 3 hits with no AP. And that's going to be it for the Skaven. Now, I do control Objective 2 and Objective 3, so that's going to be 20 points for the Skaven. On to Lizardmen turn 1. So, turn 1 for the Lizardmen. The first thing we need to do at the start of turn is move the Vortex of Chaos. So let's see where this goes. It's going to stay right where it is. Okay, now into the strategy phase, Jess. Do you have any command abilities, spells, anything like that?
No, nothing for the command phase, but I want to dispel the, I want to see if I can get rid of that Vortex of Chaos.
Let's go. So it's an 8+ to cast. You can use your +1 for your wizard because you are within your dispel range, so go ahead. You guys show an 8 on the dice. No, Vortex of Chaos is still there.
All right.
Perfect. So is there anything left to do in the strategy phase?
Nope.
All right, on to movement. Any charges to declare, Jess?
No charges.
Okay, so let's go on now to remaining moves, and we come back, we'll show you where the Lizardmen end up. So here we are at the end of the moon phase for Lizardmen. Jess, why don't you run us through, starting on this side, what you did?
So I got my skinks, the hay out of there, so the rats can't get at them. Just kind of moved them into their flank. My temple guard just kind of rolled around the forest there to get ready for the rats. Croxagores pushed up. Unfortunately, my Source Warriors, moved through the Vortex of Chaos, but they are technically now in control of that point. And Skink Priest, again, just moved up as well, just to keep the cover of the warriors for protection.
All right, so you did move through the Vortex of Chaos, so we do have to see what happens here. D6 +1, strength 3 hits.
Okay.
Only 2 strength 3 hits, super low. Needing 5s to wound here, because you're T4. Nothing. It did not affect you at all.
Thank goodness.
All right, so let's now go into the shooting phase. And what do you want to start with, Jess?
Okay, so my skink skirmishers are going to shoot their javelins into the rats. So I'm looking for 4s.
Okay, you got a few there. You got 2 poisons.
I did.
All right, and then do your patrol leader now.
Yep, and 3s.
Wounds, hits there. All right, so now for wounding, your strength 3 against toughness of 3. So you're looking for 4s on the regular dice, and then the poison ones you're looking for 2s.
All right.
So it's going to be 2 wounds there, and then roll those 6s and see if you can get some 2s there, which you did. It's a 5, so that's going to be 4 wounds to me.
Excellent.
Light armor shield, we're looking for 5 pluses to save. We save 1, 3 go down to the skinks. Not enough to cause a panic. What's next for your shooting, Jess?
The only other shooting I have is my priest's Staff of the Lost Sun. So that will be a 12-inch range. I'm going to shoot into these rats.
Into the plague monks? Sure.
Yep.
Now, they are within short range, so you will get a -1 for moving here. What is his ballistic skill?
So the ballistic skill is 3.
All right, so you're looking at 4s normally, -1 for moving, and then -1 for multiple shot.
Okay.
So 6s. Nothing there. And then Wind Blast?
Oh, yes. I'm going to do my Wind Blast spell.
Okay, so you can see actually, you pretty much only see that.
I'm going to go into the same unit.
All right,
So I need an 8+.
You got an 8. So we're going to try and dispelling that.
Mm-hmm.
And we only got an 8 as well, so it's tied, which means you are going to be able to cast that. So
Okay,
go
so-
ahead, D3 + 3, strength 5 hits.
Yes.
You're looking at 5, strength 5 hits. I am toughness 4 on them. So you're looking for 3s to wound. No armor on them, so 3s is just going to be a kill. We've got, 4 dead plague monks. Now, and you will also push me back.
Mm-hmm.
I am frenzied, so I am immune to psychology, so I'm going to bounce back 2 inches. 1, 2, essentially is where I'm going to be. And that's probably it for your shooting?
That's it.
All right, so let's calculate your victory points here then.
Mm-hmm.
You are in control of this victory point. You will get 10 points, but I am still potentially closer. I definitely have this one. Let's measure this one up here.
Okay,
So
4
you're
inches?
about 3.5 inches there, and I am 3 inches.
Okay.
So I'm going to get 20 victory points. And now on to turn 2 for the Skaven. Turn 2 for the rats, Jess. In the strategy phase, we don't really have that much to do here because we have no hexes and champions, nothing's running still. So we're gonna go right into movement where we do have a couple of charges to declare.
Okay.
So I'm gonna charge both of these into your Croxkers, and that's gonna be it for my charges. Everything else is just going to maneuver around here a little bit. So let's roll here. These are frenzied. Let's see what we get. So we got 5 + 4 is going to be 9. That should be in there. Yeah, no problem. We're about 8 inches away with the wheel. So they're going to come in, and then let's roll up for the Storm Vermin, which got a 4 + 5, which means they are also going to be in. So we'll move those up to show you where they end up. So here's where they ended up with that charge. But before we do anything else, we need to see where the Vortex of Chaos goes. So let's roll that up. The Vortex of Chaos is going to be coming straight back through.
Gosh darn it.
Just like this. So it's going to come back through.
Pretty much on that.
And then I would have elected to end it there so that it wasn't going to interfere with me. So that means that, unfortunately, your Skink Priest and the Lizard and your Saurus are going to be hit by the Vortex Chaos. So let's go with the Skink Priest first. D6 + 1. He's only taking 2. What's his toughness there?
2.
The Skink Priest toughness 2?
Yep.
3s to wound. Oh, he takes 1 wound. Does he have any save? Maybe light armor?
Light armor, yeah.
So go ahead and roll that, see if you can get it. Sticks up.
Nope.
That was a 5, so he does take a wound. Okay, and now for the Source Warrior, see how many wound or hits they take. They're going to take only 2. 5's the wound here. No wounds there for them either. Unfazed by the Vortex of Chaos. All right, now let's go into the remaining moves. When we come back, I'll show you where the rest of the army ends up. So here we are at the end of the movement phase. So over on this side here, I just spun them around to get ready to engage them once those Temple Guard eventually make their way through these swarms. Swarms moved up to block the Temple Guard, so they're going to have to fight through that swarm before they can actually get into anything else. And then over here, my Plague Priests end up just moving up behind to make sure he's within 3 inches of protection from any shooting. And then obviously, this die here just represents that he has 1 Warpstone token. So we're going to go right into shooting now. We are going to cast the Summoning, and we are going to eat one of our tokens. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and cast. We're targeting the Saurus there. Nothing. So that's going to be 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2 is 5, 6, only a 7. That's not good. I was hoping to really do some damage there. Let's do Vortex of Chaos again. That does go off with a 10, so if you want to try and dispel it, your wizard is within. No, Vortex of Chaos does come back up. It is going to be placed right there again. Now that shooting's done, let's go into combat. So in this fight, my chieftain right there is going to issue a challenge to your Crosscure champion. Do you accept it?
I do.
All right, so they will fight. He will get to go first. You have great weapons, so you're going to be striking last. I have a weapon skill of 5 against your weapon skill of 3. We're looking for 3s to hit. That's 3 hits. I am strength 4. You're toughness 4. Looking for 4s now. That's going to be 2 wounds at -2 to your armor save. He does have the Weeping Blade. Do you have, what do you have for armor? Is that just heavy armor?
Yeah, scaly
so
skin.
we do go through that, and which actually means
I don't think I get a save.
and it's D3 wounds per. So let's see how many we get here. So it's going to be 4 wounds total to you. So that means that your champion is dead, and I will get essentially 4 combat res for defeating him in the duel. Okay, next up is going to be my Storm Vermin. They have 6 attacks for the front rank with the champion there. Sorry, 5 attacks in the front rank with the champion there. So looking for 3s to hit. They hit with everything. Strength 4, toughness 4 with the halberds. Okay, so that's going to be 4 more wounds to you at -2 because they charged. So, unfortunately, I think, Jess, that's just going to go straight through your armor. And that means that one guy, well, this guy would be over here because that's just the way it is. So he's got 2 wounds left. And now for my Plague Monks with their 16 attacks. All right, 16 attacks. They're frenzied additional hand weapons. They are weapon skill 3 against your weapon skill 3. We're hitting on 4s. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. All right, now we're going to be wounding on 5s, though. I'm only strength 3 here, so we're going to be wounding on 5s. That's going to be, oh, that's a bunch. That is a bunch of your full armor save, though. 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds to you. These Skaven are out for blood. All right, so that looks like, okay, I didn't even save a single one there. So that Crosscure goes down. Now, as far as our combat res goes, or so not combat res, as far as our overrun holding, we are going to try and we're going to restrain with the, I think I'll go into your side actually, but you know what? We're going to wait a second here. We are going to hold with the Storm Vermin, which we don't. And so we have to go forward, and of course, they also have to overrun forward. So, Storm Vermin, they're going 8 inches. And then the Plague Monks, they're also going 8 inches. Now, if I overrun, I am going to clip your wizard, so you can do a evasion check. So you basically, on one die, you have to get equal to or under your initiative, which is 4. You did. So you can do a movement away from them, so you get out of the way. Perfect. And then everything is going to be moving straight forward 8 inches. They're going to end up clipping those. We'll show you where everything ends up. So here is where everything ended up. They went forward 8. We saw that the priest ended up doing evade out of the way. And then they did end up moving forward with the Stormer, which clipped into the side of the Temple Guard. So there are a bunch of panic tests that should have happened as well. So go ahead, Jess. Starting over here, you have your cold-blooded, so you're rolling 3 dice to experience the highest. They're good. And now they would have had to panic as well. So go ahead and see what happens there. You pass with an 8 there, so they're good. And then your priest would have also had to panic. So his leadership is only a 6, though. So he would have panicked. He would have packed out of the way anyway. So roll 2d6. See how far he would have went 1 inch, then evaded. I think the outcome would have been the same here. So he would have went back 1 inch, and then I believe he would still get evade. I believe he still gets that because it's an overrun that he's there for. So he would have evaded out of the way anyway. So he is fine right where he is. So I will still get objective 3. I will get objective 2. And then Jess, the Lizardman, will get objective 1. So 20 points for the Skaven, 10 points for the Lizardman. On to turn 2, Lizardman. Turn 2, Lizardman. A little bit of a pickle you're in here, but maybe you can rally. You still got a lot of fighting force out there. The first thing we do at the start of turn is move this Vortex Chaos. Let's see where it goes. It stays right where it's at. All right, going on to the strategy phase. Jess, do you have anything you want to do? Dispel that?
Yeah, I'm going to try to dispel it.
All right, go ahead. So you get a +1 to cast here. That's only a 6. It stays in play. All right, on to the movement phase then for you. Do you have anything that you want to charge?
No charges.
All right, let's go into remaining moves. When we come back, we'll show you where the Lizardmen end up. So in the strategy phase, Jess, you want to cast a spell right here, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
All
I
right.
want to try my hand at my apotheosis.
Sure.
Try to regain my wound. So 10 or 12 plus, which I
Did not get, so it doesn't go off.
Alrighty.
Back into remaining moves. Here we are at the end of the Lizardman movement phase. Jess, why don't you talk us through what you did?
So skinks are just going to keep themselves out of view and kind of go around the rats. So now I've got good positioning on a couple different units for shooting. I flipped my Source Warriors around so that they can prepare for when they reform. And I'm going to keep my Skink Priest where he's at right now.
Okay, so this, because you reformed, you actually end up moving through the vortex, which popped over.
Did.
So you are going to take a d6 + 1 hits. Hopefully it's not a 1 again. It's a 4. It's a 3, so it's 4 total, which is significantly better than I had before. And we are looking for 5s. We got 2 5s at your full armor save of heavy armor and shields. You're looking for 4 ups here on 3 dice. 2 dice. Oh, we take 2 of them out with it. Vortex Chaos finally doing something. Not enough to cause a panic, though. Okay, let's now go into the shooting phase. And what are we doing first, Jess?
My Skink Priest is going to use his Staff of the Lost Sun.
Sure.
And I'm going to try to target your caster over there.
Oh, yes, because you're just right pretty much at 12 inches. So you are looking, there's no movement, but it is -1 for multi-shot and -1 for shooting at a skirmisher.
Yep.
So you need 6s here to end up hitting me. We got 2 6s. This could be it. Strength of what of the what's the weapon?
Strength 4.
Uh-oh. My toughness is only going to be a 4. Oh, it's a 5. So you need 5s to wound here.
Okay.
2 5s will kill it because I don't have any save on him.
Right. And it is armor piercing 3 as well. If I.
Oh, you did a wound. So that's going to be 1 wound left on him. What is next from that priest, Jess?
All right. Skink Priest is going to cast Wind Blast on your caster as
Okay.
well. So I need an 8+, which I
Oh,
got.
no. You got an 11. I basically have to show... I have to get an 11 on the dice here.
Oh.
No, we only got a 5. So that means that you cast it D3 + 3, strength 5 hits. You're looking at 4 strength 5 hits here. This could annihilate. You just need 1 4. And there it is. The Plague Priest is taken out. That cuts off all of my magic. All right.
Does disappear?
That does go away, yes. The Vortex Chaos does end as well.
Excellent.
All right, next up is going to be your skinks. And what are they targeting?
I'm going to shoot all into the rats there.
Perfect, let's get that going.
All right. So I'll do my 9 shots first. And I'm looking for 3s.
Looking for 4s.
4s, sorry.
No minuses here for you. You have 3 poisons there, which is pretty good. All right, now your champion.
Right. Champion.
He's hitting on a 3.
He needs the 3.
And he gets a poison as well, so 4 poisons.
Okay, so for these 2.
Strength 3, toughness 3. Nothing there. Now these you need 2s on because of the poison. We've got 4 wounds going through there. Looking for 5 ups. We saved not 1, so that's going to be 4 dead rats. Which is going to now be... Is that a panic check? No, it's not. It's not 25% yet. You need to lose one more to be 25%.
Yep.
All right.
So close.
So that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Let's go into this combat here. So it's going to be my chieftain's going to go first with his weapon skill 5 against your weapon skill 4. We're looking for 3s.
Oof.
That's 3 hits. I'm only strength 4 against your toughness of 4. So 4 is the wound.
Oh my goodness.
3 wounds at -2 to your armor. So you have... Are you using your halberds or hand weapon and shield?
I probably should use my hand weapon shield.
All right, so let's do that then. So that is going to be a -2 there. So you're looking at... Normally you would have a heavy armor is 5+, shield is 4+, and then parry is 3+.
Yep.
So these 2 are going to be at -2 for the halberds.
Okay.
So 2 at 5 up. 2 die there. And then this one is going to be at -3 because of the armor bane. So that's going to be on a 6 up for this wound here.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. So again, 6 up on that one because it's just one die.
Oh, sorry.
For the halberd that charged you with armor bane. So another one does go down. So I killed 3, which means that you'll get. So that's going to be the end of that combat because I wiped out your flank. You don't get supporting attacks to the side. So that means that I did 3 wounds to you. I have a banner. I have a close order. I flank you. I have a rank. I think that's it. I think that's it. Anyways, and then you have a banner. That's all that you have. So you do have stubborn, which you can use. So if you want to go ahead and stubborn, it means that you don't have to take a leadership test. You just fall back in good order automatically.
Okay.
So you're going to roll 2d6, take the highest die, and that's how far you're going to move away from me. You're going to be moving 5 inches. I should have said what I was going to do, but I am going to be pursuing anyway. So I'm going to catch you with 5 inches. So you essentially are going to flip, and you can go 5 inches, and then you can reform however you want. We'll show you where they end up. So that's essentially where they ended up. They ended up running 3. We were pretty much already lined up kind of center. So they moved back, and then I ended up catching into them. So we will engage in glorious combat there. It will count as me charging. That's going to be the end of Lizardmen turn 2. And then for the victory points, I do hold 3. I think I'm just outside of 3 there, so nobody controls that one. And then Lizardmen will get this one. So it's going to be 10 points each. On to Skaven, turn 3. Turn 3 for the rats. Nothing to do in the strategy phase because you killed my wizard, which really couldn't do anything anyway. So we're going to go on right into movement. I can charge with them, but I don't want to give you potential combat res there. So I think I'm going to use them to try and capture this point here, and that will be that. No charge to declare. We will go into remaining moves now, and when we come back, we'll show you where the Skaven end up. So here we are at the end of their main moves phase. So on this side here, all I did was kind of reform the clan rats to face the skinks, just in case they're trying to get cheeky and do a rear charge or anything like that. The rat swarms moved over here and are holding the objective in the center. They're not letting that one go. And then my plague monks ended up just turning. They're probably going to end up getting charged now. So hopefully they can hold against those lizardmen. That's going to be it. We're going to go into combat now, as that's all that we have to do. So the chieftain will get to go first. Weapon skill 5, weapon skill 4 with the weeping blade. Looking for 3s. 2 hits there. Strength 4 against toughness of 4. 1 wound at -2. It's 1 wound at -2. So you are looking at a. Are you using hand weapon shield again?
Yeah.
So you're looking at a 5+ here with your heavy armor shield and parry. 1 dies to the weeping blade. Then we're going to have 5 attacks coming in from the storm vermin, hitting on 4s. 2 hits there. Strength of 4, toughness 4, force wound. We've got 1 at -2 for charging with a halberd, looking for 5s again. Save that one. Now you will get the counterattack with a bunch. This could hurt. Now it's going to be 10 attacks coming back. There is one that's not in base contact that it will only get to make a single supporting attack and the champion in there. So 10 attacks coming in. Weapon skill 4 versus weapon skill 4. You're looking for 4s to hit. All right, not too bad. Actually pretty good. Now, strength 4 gets only toughness of 3 here. So you're going to be looking for 3s to wound. That is 4 wounds, 3 at -1, and then 1 at -2 for the armor bane. So I only have heavy armor, so that's 3 out of 6 up. We saved 1 there, so 2 die so far. And then that one is just a straight dead, so there's no armor save. So 3 dead Skaven. Okay, now calculating combat res. Jess, you did 3. You have a banner. And I think that's it for you. I did 1 to you. I have a banner. I don't have a rank anymore. And I don't have a close order. So Jess, you're going to win combat by 2. My chieftain is there. Let's see what we can do here. Needs to hold. That is a 9. That means that is actually going to end up being a break. What will you be doing, Jess?
I'll pursue.
Sounds good. So I'm going to flee. I get +1 to this because I scurry away. I'm going to be going 6. How far will you be going? And you go 8. I believe you're going to catch me. Let's see where this ends up. So here's where they ended up. So I ended up fleeing this way, center, which I then bounced through my rats there. And so they are here, not in a great position, because if they do get charged, there's a good chance they could be run down. And then the Temple Guard moved in 8 inches and made contact with the rat swarm. So now they're in combat. Yes. And I believe I was out of 6 inches over there, so I'm not going to take a test there. They're immune psychology, they're unbreakable, everything, so we're fine. That's going to be it for Skaven turn 3. Turning it around, Jess. All right, so let's calculate some points here. So I am the closest to this one, and I still hold this one, so that's going to be 20 points for the rats and 10 points for the Lizardmen. On to Lizardmen turn 3. Turn 3 for the Lizardmen. Looking good for you right now, I think. Let's see if you can get some good rolls here.
Yeah.
So we are, what are we? We are in the strategy phase. Anything to do in the strategy phase, Jess?
Yeah, I'm going to try my skink priest to do apotheosis.
Apotheosis? There you go. All right, go ahead and try to cast it. It's a big cast here, though. You get it with a 10. So you do get your wound back because you can get D3 wounds. So he gets 8. No, it doesn't matter. You only have 2 wounds anyway. So he is healed up. Now we're going to go into the movement phase. Any charges to declare, Jess?
2 charges.
Okay.
So I'm going to charge my Source Warriors into these rats.
I have to hold.
And I'm going to see if the skinks can chase down that fleeing unit.
And I have to flee, so let's see how far I go. I do get +1 to this roll. I'm going to go, 11 inches. So I don't think you can really catch me here. So go ahead and roll. All right, and you're going to go 7 inch. Well, you're going to go 6 plus 4 is you're going to go 10 inches. So I am going to get away here. So I'm going to move these, and we'll show you where they end up. Actually, roll your charge here, and then we'll just do it all together. And you're definitely in with a 5, plus you're moving to 4. So we'll move everything. We'll show you where the charges end up. So here's where the charges ended up. So they made contact with the Plague Monks, and then they end up moving forward.
10.
10, yes. Yes. All right, so we're going to now go into remaining moves, and is that guy going to be moving at all? That's the only thing you can really move here.
No, I'm going to leave him there. He's got line of sight.
Perfect. So let's go into shooting phase, which actually technically you charge, so you have no... Oh, wait, he can shoot still.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do my priest. Yeah, they are not able to shoot, so the skink priest first is going to use the Staff of the Lost Sun on the fleeing rats, and we're going to give that a shot. Whoops, 3.
So it's -1 for long range, and then -1 for multi-shot. You're looking for 6s here.
Yep.
So nothing, and then now you're going to cast Wind Blast?
Yep.
Go ahead.
On the same unit. Nope.
No Wind Blast there. Okay. Let's now go into combat. And which one do you want to do first, Jess?
Let's start here and move our way.
Sounds good. Right into here. It's going to be... What's your initiative?
That's a good question.
I think you went at least 3 inches.
1.
So you're 5. So you got initiative 4. My Plague Monks have an initiative of 3. So you're going to be going first here. So here we are, 13 attacks going into the Plague Monks. Weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 3, you're looking for 4s. Decent amount of hits there, about half. And then you're going to be now wounding on 4, strength 4 versus toughness 4. Let's see, no armor here, so any 4 is just a dead monk. That is going to be 4 dead monks. That's going to be 8 attacks going back into them. We got to definitely cause some wounds here, otherwise they're going to be toast. All right, hitting on 4s. Half there. Now, wounding on 5s now, though, so that's going to be the tricky part. Okay, wounded on 2. So you're looking at a full armor save here of a 3+ with heavy armor, shield, and parry. You save everything. All right. So you did 4 wounds to me. You have a banner. You have a close order. No, you don't have close order. You only have 9, so you don't have a close order. I did nothing to you, but I have a banner. You don't double outnumber me. My leadership is going to be low because my general is fleeing. So leadership is only a 5. Uh-oh. We break with a 7. Jess, what are you doing?
I'll pursue.
All right, so I get scurry away. Oh no, I only went 4 inches. Can they catch? They definitely catch. So, Jess, just move yourself up 4 inches because I'm going to be going straight back, and they are eliminated. And that's where the swords are going to end up. You can now test to reform if you like.
Yes.
And you do. So you can turn them however you want.
I'm just going to
Do something like that.
back the way I came.
All right, let's go now into this combat where you are going to be first because you went at least 3 inches. I think your initiative on the Temple Guard is probably going to be a 2.
It is a 2.
Yeah, so your initiative 5 against my rat swarm, which is only a 4, so it's going to be your turn first. We have 12 attacks coming into the rat swarms. Weapon skill 4 versus weapon skill 2. Jess, are you using your hand weapon shields?
Hand weapons and shields.
Perfect, good call. You're looking for 3s to hit here.
Alrighty, let's do this over here.
Thank goodness for a bunch of the 1s and 2s there. Yeah, so 3s to hit, and then you're going to need 2s to wound now because you're strength 4 against toughness of 2. So any 2 automatically becomes a wound here. And that's going to be, oh my goodness.
All of them.
So what do you have there?
2, 4, 7.
7 wounds, so you're going to kill an entire plate.
Excellent.
And then 1 is going to have 3 wounds left.
I got 1.
Perfect. And now fighting back, that's going to be 10 attacks going into you. Weapon skill 2, we're looking for 4s. Got a few or a couple here. Actually got 5. And then 6 to wound now though because strength 2 versus toughness 4. We got 1 6 at your full armor save of a 3+. You saved it. So all that's going to happen to me is I'm unbreakable, so I am just going to give ground 2 inches. So 1, 2, we're going to be both back there. And then you're going to follow up? All right, go ahead. So I think I'm on the other side. I think you're going to be on the objective now, which you're going to have a higher unit strength. I think we're tied for unit strength. Anyways, that's going to be it for that. That's the end of your turn.
Yes.
And we're going to go into Skaven turn 4. Before we end the turn, we actually have to calculate some points here. So I will definitely get this point. We are both unit strength 6 here, and we're on the point essentially. So that is going to be contested point. No one gets that. And then I'm fleeing here, so I don't get this point. So it's going to be Skaven, 10 victory points. Turn 4 for the Lizardmen. The only thing we have to do in the strategy phase here, we are in a little bit of trouble here, but here we go. So we are going to see if we can rally these guys here. Let's see what we can do. Please rally. An 8. Oh, that's not going to be enough. I don't think the chieftain is 8. I get +1 for the toot, but that only makes it a 7. So they are going to continue to run. They are only going to go 6 inches. Can you measure that for me, Jess? Very close to the table edge. Not looking good. Okay, let's go to the move phase now. Sorry, that would have happened. I would have rolled and moved them to the compulsory phase. It's not going to change anything. We are going to charge with these rats into the side of your temple guard. So that's going to be the only charge. Let's see if they make it. It's going to be 5 plus 3 is 8. That's definitely going to be in. They are, even with a 2-inch wheel, that will put them well within what they need. So they're going to come into the side of, nope, you got to maximize. So we're going to go something like that. Well, we know where they are. That's where they're going to end up. They are in combat. Well, all that we have left to do now is to go into combat. All right, so the clan rats will attack first because they charge with their initiative. They are looking for 4s to hit on 6 attacks. We got 3. Strength 3, toughness 4, looking for 5s. Nothing there. Uh-oh. And now for all of the rat swarms, 10 attacks, looking for 4s. All right, a bunch of hits there. Looking for 5s to, or 6s to wound here, actually. We got 2 wounds at your full armor save of a 3+, assuming you're using hand weapon shields again.
I am, yes.
Oh, we got 1. 1 does go down. You now get to counter attack. You can do all of your attacks to the rat swarms, or you can do 1 attack to the side and then the rest of them into the rat swarms. What do you want to do?
I think I'm just going to put them all into the rat swarms and see if I can get rid of them.
That's probably a good call, and that's going to give you probably maximum combat res as well, because it's a lot easier to kill them. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 attacks coming into those rat swarms, hitting on 3s and then wounding on 2s. Oh my gosh. No, that's still good for you. All right, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. We are now looking for 2s to wound. This is what's going to win you all that combat res here.
Hope so. Oh.
That's okay. You still got 6. So that takes out that 3, and then this one's going to have 2 left. All right, so combat res, you did 6 wounds to me. You have a banner. That's it for you. I did a wound to you. I have a banner. I have a close order. I have a rank. I outnumber you. And I lose combat by 2. My math is correct. So he's just going to give ground 2 inches, because that's how that works. And I'm going to basically stop when I get close to your skinks there. And then the clan rats, they pass their leadership. Their leadership, I believe, is a 5 base. 5 base with the claw leader, and then plus the extra ranks is 6, which means that I pass my unmodified, which I only give ground 2 inches. Just like that. And so who do you want to follow up, or do you want to restrain?
I'm going to follow up with the rats.
The rat swarms? All right, so you're going to be coming into the rat swarms right there. You will essentially have the objective now, because now you are on it. I am not. All right, so that's going to be it for my turn. That means that I'm going to get this objective here for 10 points. You will hold the center objective for 10 points, and objective number 1, nobody controls. On to Lizardmen, turn 4. Turn 4 for the Lizardmen. Jess, in the strategy phase, anything to do?
Don't think so.
All right, let's go into movement phase. And any charges to declare?
I'm going to try to finish off those fleeing rats by charging the skinks into them.
Yeah, that's a good call. They are within your charge range. So I do have to flee. And we are going to be 10 inches off the table. You will get full points for those. Uh-oh. Now roll your charge. See how far you have to go. You're going to be going, roll that. You're going to be going 2 plus 6 is 8 inches directly forward. Perfect. And then we're going to go with the remaining moves. When we come back, we'll show you where everything ends up. Here we are at the end of the remaining moves phase. Jess, what'd you do?
So obviously just moved these guys up, brought my skink around this way, and my warriors, I just turned them around in a reform.
Perfect. Then let's go now into the shooting phase. So they can't shoot because they charge. So you really only have your skink that is now in range to cast Wind Blast over here.
Yep.
So go ahead, let's see if you can get it. You got that with a 10. I'm going to try and fate this. I got to show an 11 on the dice here. We don't, so that's going to be a wind blast. So D3 plus 3, strength 5 hits. Ooh, 6 strength 5 hits. 2s to wound here. Against toughness 3. Oh no, so that's 2, 4, 6.
Yep.
At -1, so light armor shield, we're looking for 6s. We lose 6 rats. Oh boy.
Is that a panic?
That is going to be a panic. And my leadership is only going to be a 5 here. And this could actually make them flee. We pass. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness they passed. Otherwise, they would have been running for their lives. All right.
Rats.
Rats. All right. So let's now, that's going to be it for shooting. We're going to go into combat, which is just this here. You followed up, so I will get to go first. Hitting on 4s. We have 3 hits, and now wounding on 6s. 1 wound. Full armor save, 3+. You got that. Go ahead. You have essentially 2, 4, 6,
10, 11.
7, 8 attacks, because some of them are in base contact. Not that's going to matter. You should wipe this out here.
Oh, jinx me.
Looking for 3s. Now just pick those up and roll 2 2s, and you've eradicated them. Eradicated. Ha ha ha. Done.
Yeah.
It is dead. Okay, and then you can now test to restrain, reform, or overrun.
Okay, so anything under an 8? No.
Nope, that means that you have to run straight forward.
Oh,
So roll
darn
2d6. You are going 7 inches forward. Let's see where that ends up. You're probably going to be bouncing or hitting your skink here. So you're going to be running ready to hit and stopping.
Here?
Yep, and that's it. And then you can now test to reform if you like.
Yes.
Or sorry, yeah, to reform.
Yep.
And you pass there. So go ahead and remove them. Perfect. So you're gonna be back a little bit more though.
Back this way?
No,
or
no,
this
you're
way?
gonna be like essentially like that.
Like that.
Something like that. All right, so that's gonna be the end of
Lizardmen turn.
Yes, actually I gotta do another panic test though. Something broke within 6 inches. Or it was wiped out within 6 inches. All right, attempt number 2. This is a separate phase. Oh, no. Oh, we pass again with a 5.
Og.
We pass again with a 5. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we're going to stop there. And we're going to calculate some victory points here. So you have objective 1 and 2. You get 20 points. I have objective 3. I will get 10 points. And we're going to go now into turn 5 for the Skaven. Turn 5, last turn for the Skaven. The only thing we're going to do, because there's no point rushing into combat, we are just going to go back 2.5 inches, essentially go like that, and we are going to be ending our turn. And that's going to be the quickest turn ever. So we are going to get 10 victory points there. You're going to get another 20. On to Lizardmen, turn 5. Let's go into the final turn for Lizardmen. Jess, is there really anything you want to do at this point?
I mean, I guess I could move these guys up a little just to make sure I've got that point.
Yeah.
But outside of that, not a whole lot to do.
All right, well, we're going to end it there. With the victory points at the end of this phase, it would essentially, I would have got 140 bonus victory points total, because extra 10 there. Jess would have got another 20 there, which would have put her at 110. And then Jess killed far more than I did. So that, I think, Jess, is going to be a Lizardmen
victory.
That's it in this battle march. So Jess, congratulations on the win. It was a very fun game. I thought I had it initially. And then you started really coming back there.
It didn't look good for me at the beginning. When those Croxers went down, I got a little nervous.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us and watching this game. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next one. Happy wargaming, everyone.
In the shadows where the stories grow, ink and pixels start to flow. A spark of myth